Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are tonight with Hugh, and tonight we will be discussing a movie that we recently had a watch of, and we're going to go into detail, talk about some of the highs and lows of the movie, mostly the highs, and I want to ask Hugh some of his opinion about the movie. So let's get right to it. First of all, I want to ask you, were you aware of the story of Seabiscuit, and what have you heard?
No, I was not really aware of the story. I'd heard that there was a movie, and I remember as a child, when I was, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, we used to play a game, a race game where you spin a wheel and you move the horses, and Seabiscuit was one of the horses. But I'd never heard a story, about a horse by the name of Seabiscuit.
Oh, okay. But certainly that name came up in culture and pop culture and on TV every now and then. So you had to kind of wonder what was so special about that horse, maybe?
Well, I didn't know how special the horse was. If you don't know, you just know it's a name. You had several horses. I think there was about 10.
Yeah.
Whirl Away, Salutation, Man of War, Seabiscuit, a number of different names, and they were probably famous horses from some period in time.
Right.
Race horses.
Okay, so had you heard anything about the movie or the book? Any acclaim or criticism?
No, I really probably have heard that the movie was good. I didn't know anything about it at all.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Let's talk some more about the movie itself. So, what did you think about the beginning of the movie and the setup and the introduction of the characters?
Well, it started out kind of a little bit slow. It was fairly interesting, and they kept jumping around from character to character as they were building the story, and it seemed like something's going to happen soon, but you have to. It takes a while before the story really gets moving. They kind of piece it together.
Right. And was that good or bad, or what did you think of it? A little too slow?
Well, it was good because they showed a little bit about the life of the characters. It got you kind of involved with the characters, and before they kind of merged together, you knew enough about them to have a pretty good understanding, or a basic understanding of the type of person that they really were.
Right. Okay. I'd like to know, how would you rate Jeff Bridges in this movie, his acting?
Yeah, I think he had a good role. He had a good part. Very interesting part.
Did he play it well, you think?
I think he played it well. He seemed to be just a good-natured guy who believed in life, and he wanted to see good things happen in the life of others. And his life was kind of down and out, and the merging of characters, they were kind of like misfits, or they had several problems in their lives that they came together, and it seemed like they worked these things out.
But Jeff Bridges specifically, do you think his acting deserved any awards, or did he seem like a talented actor in that film?
He seemed like a good actor.
But he didn't really stand out that much?
Well, no, the role he played was just kind of it was kind of like a dominant figure that was there, and he was essential because he was the one who actually made the idea work when they all got together. I guess he had the financing, and he had the desire, and he had the belief that he could put these people together and he could get something going and that's exactly what he did. He had the motivation and the belief, the faith that he could make this horse and this group of people together to bring the horse into a champion race horse, and that's what he did.
What character did you most identify with, and why? Or were there any characters that you identified with?
I don't know. I kind of identified with the old man that became the horse trainer.
Yeah.
I guess because I'm a little bit older man now, and the hard knocks that he had in life, and he came up and it's kind of like as he got older, it's kind of like people forgot who he was, or if he was anybody at all that anybody took notice of. But yet he had gained a certain amount of knowledge, a certain amount of skills over the years that were hidden from the public eye. And this evolving of this true nature and spirit of the man is what was very interesting.
What was your favorite part of the movie, and why?
Well, I think the favorite part of the movie was the sense of greatness that this picture portrayed.
Well, I mean, what scene specifically?
Probably, it's hard to put your finger because there were a number of scenes that that were really moving scenes.
Which ones did you like the best?
Of course, the winning scenes. I like the scenes of when the togetherness they had, like, you know, when they would be at for example, at the dinner table, and they had the married couple and Red, and also the old man, and they had come together kind of in a understanding type of fellowship that, hey, we're together, we're going to make this thing work. Right. And it was a good type of motivation, type of feeling that, you know.
Okay, in closing, if you could give this movie any award, what category would you give the award for? And for instance, would you give it an award for directing, cinematography, acting? What would it be?
Well, I think it should, if you give an award for a movie that's inspirational, a movie that gives hope to individuals, a movie of understanding of love and hope, and the triumph of the human spirit, the uplifting of mankind in general, and his ability to achieve, and the overall potential of every man that this picture seemed to portray.
But what award would you give it for? Like specifically, maybe one thing that shined, the direction of the movie or the cinematography. What did you like most about it, or was most impressive?
Most impressive thing about the movie was
maybe if you like the story, then that would mean the cinematography.
Well, the saying about the beaten down, the spirit that has received abuse and has been maltreated over the years and cast aside as worthless, and the fact that most people see people like this, and their summation is, well, this person's life is over. This picture showed the uplifting of the spirit of not just the human but the animal spirits, how they can